Goals win games. We all know this, and we know that goals are scored in both halves with regular occurrence. So why is it that first half goals are notoriously hard to get value on, and even harder to be consistent when traded on them? Hi, I'm Aaron from Trading the Market, a trainee trader working with Mark and James to develop some new strategies for us all to benefit from. In this video, we are going to look at trading first half goals in the upcoming leagues and over the winter period. Now, we could just name this TTM's first half goal strategy, but no one will remember that. So following on from Mark's inspirational strategy naming sessions, we have decided to call this Loki's Toboggan. Let's crack on and see what we've got. Looking across the top 5 European leagues, we can see that roughly 30% of all games end 0-0 at half time. A game is not won in the first 45 minutes, so teams are more content to ease themselves into a game, assess their opponents and tactics before regrouping at half time to discuss their winning formula. Websites such as The Stats Don't Lie, Over 25 Tips and Odd Alert aid in developing your understanding of teams and leagues where first half goals are likely to occur, giving you an extra dimension when it comes to finding first half goals. In addition to this, we at TTM have just released version 4 of our daily data sheet, which includes 3 new statistics: my first half goal season, my first half goal venue and the TTM magic number. My stats are simply a percentage of games where the teams have scored or conceded in the first half over the season, with the venue statistic slimmed down to the home team at home and the away team on the road. The TTM magic number is a number that was devised by Mark, which takes into account the team's attack and defence rating in comparison to the number of teams in the league. A number closer to 0 is an indication that goals are likely to occur. As always, this great tool can be downloaded from the TTM Discord or tradingthemarket.co.uk and is free, unlike these people who want to sell you their software to make a pretty profit because they can't trade. I use this tool to help me shortlist my games using 4 criteria. My first half goal season percentage is greater than or equal to 80%. The venue percentage is also greater than or equal to 80%. The relevance is greater than 7 or less than -7. And the magic number is between -3.5 and 3.5. Using the spreadsheet, it's easy to filter these out by selecting the down arrow and filter by green. Couldn't be simpler. Now we have our shortlist. How do we trade the game? There's 3 options available in which to trade. You could straightforward play on the over 0.5 market. You can drip in on the over 1.5 first half goal market, or you can even easier lay the draw for half time. So we are going to have to be clever in the way we play this. Now it's down to you and your individual appetite for risk and entering the markets. I am by no means an expert, but this is how I do it. First up is what most people call a bet. That's placing a trade on the over 0.5 market and just let it run. If a goal is scored in the first half, then you're in profit. If a goal is not scored, you lose all your stake. The second way is inspired by James, and that's dripping in on the under 1.5 first half goals market. By dripping in, we are lowering the average odds. As soon as a goal is scored, we then cash out. If you want to see an example of dripping in, head over to James's video on the second half goal hunt and have a look at that one. The third option is lay the draw first half. Often you can get odds between 2.2 and 3. So it's not bad for risk reward. Place your trade at the start of the game. As soon as a goal is scored, we cash out. No ifs, no buts. If the underdogs score first, we are still cashing out because the odds will not change that much, and it is likely that the favourite will then score to even it up. If they score late in the half, then it's likely you will take a full loss, and we don't want that. If a goal is not scored at all, then we lose everything. The only time on this one we cash out is when a goal is scored. I've been refining these numbers since February, and as you can see from the sheet on screen, The strike rate has improved significantly on selected games from the sheet. As with everything though, further research will help you tighten your criteria, but this is now a solid base for which you can hone the strat and make it your own, enabling you to take profit from first half and second half goals. As always, I encourage you to paper trade first to understand the in and out of what you are doing. The tighter you can make your criteria, the more profitable you will be. Now we have our selection method, let's delve into the summer leagues and see what a whole weekend of trading is like. This will be everything left in, and all the games can be verified. Just a note about the summer leagues, and you will notice this through the video, the liquidity is rubbish, and I would advise people to wait until the winter leagues are back, as there's more liquidity, the odds move much smoother, and getting matched on cash out is a hell of a lot easier. Anyway, wish me luck and let's see what this weekend brings. So it's now Friday night and you can see the date is the 30th of June. This is the new TTM sheet which updates rapidly compared to the old method. No time for an ice cold beer anymore, better make it a shot of Sambuca instead. The way I always narrow down the games is to use the filter function. So I head over to the relevance column and select filter by colour option. I also do this for the magic number. These columns are highlighted based on the bold numbers you can see at the top of the screen. Feel free to change these if you want to set them to your own risk levels. Once this is done, I head back to the front of the sheet and select the same filter on both my first half goals for season and venue. This keeps me focused on only the matches that fit my criteria. Less is always more. Whilst you've got this sheet open, it's always a good idea to check other stats such as average goals for each team in their games. There's no point going in on these first half goals if there's less than 2 or 3 goals for each of these teams. You'll be throwing money away. The first selection of the weekend is in the Irish Division 1 game between Waterford and Finn Harps. Yes, I can say these teams, bet James would still mess them up. I assess my options starting with Layla Draw, which currently sits at 4.4 to back, which for me is a little high. I do like to see this, and it is a good sign there will be goals, is there is a heavy favourite. So next I assess the over 0.5 market, and as we can see there's no value. Finally, the only sensible option at the moment is to lay the under 1.5, so let's give this a whirl. I use BetAngel when dripping in my stakes, as I have my own servant set up to place all the trades at once for me, ensuring they're all kept and that it greens up when things go our way. By the way, we don't endorse BetAngel, this is just my preference. As you can see, one click and it's placed everything for me. Life is so easy when it's like this. Right, as I said, we will leave everything in, so I'm just going to set up the screen so everyone can follow through. Drag in 365 in there, and there we have it. Now at this point, James will wave his magic wand and we will blast through this without you getting all bored by me chatting crap while the game goes on. I'm going to grab a Long Island iced tea and come back when something happens. So there we have it. Didn't even get a chance to make my Long Island iced tea. 2 minutes. Sounds like my first time in bed. Oh well. Anyway, we didn't get matched on anything there, but we need to retain discipline. So many people lose money by going in after a goal is scored, and all we want is just the one. It's simply not worth it. So I click cancel and just leave it for tonight. I'm sure there will be more games on tomorrow and Sunday, so for now I'm going to spend time with family and enjoy the rest of the evening. Catch you tomorrow. Morning all, it's now Sunday 10:45 and I will guarantee that Mark will still be in bed. He has absolutely no interest in football over the summer months, so we'll be lucky to see him before probably about midday. So let's see what today offers. Back to the TTM sheet, again filter the relevance and magic number by colour, and then the same for first half, goal, season and venue. So there you have it, 2 games we're left with today and both in Singapore. Just checking to make sure they've played more than 8, which they have, and as we can see from here there's lots of yeses, Ys indicating frequent first half goals. Now we have our two games, let's let it over to Betfair and see what we can trade with. Both the away teams are heavy favourites, which make it a little hard to get involved in these games actually. Because they are so heavy, everything moves along. We can also see liquidity is quite low. Remember what I said earlier, these leagues are terrible. Let's look at the first game, Colt Young Lions. Half-time markets, odds are a little high still for my liking. Over 0.5 is at we expect, so looks like we'll have to trade the 0.15 markets again, dripping in from decimal 1.8. If I'm honest, I don't think we will get matched on this one before a goal goes in, but let's try it. Okay, now for the second game. Half-time market is a little high, but not hugely out on this occasion. We could wait a few minutes to get matched on this, but look at that liquidity. Now for the over 0.5 market. Nope, not touching that one. So let's look at the over 1.5. Not too bad, but a little high still. Okay, let's go in play and see what we can do. So we're now in play and we're going to try and get on some of these. First up, the Lions, and we're suspended. It's probably nothing, but let's wait. As we can see, none of the markets have settled lower than when we started. So let's use BetAngel again to get on the over 1.5 and hope we get matched before a goal goes in. Tell you what, these servants are great for speeding things up. Okay, on to the second game now. And the half-time draw is still a little high, so let's set our price and wait to be matched. This will be boring if I don't get on any of these because we've had nothing in 3. Well, there it is on the first game. We 100% won't have been matched there. This is deja vu. Well, nothing lost, so let's clear these trades and wait on a second game. Never understood why these sites use different names for the same team. You will learn who is who though, and the winter leagues are a lot easier. As always, James will use his magic to fast forward through this, and I will catch you when something happens. That's what we want. Okay, so we got matched in 6 minutes and the goal came at 8 minutes. We'll let the market now settle before cashing out. As there is a heavy favourite, I'm expecting a fair cash out, obviously. The later in the half this goal comes, the greater the cash out. Still waiting for the market to settle. That bloody carrier pigeon must have got lost by now. With high liquidity, these will settle a lot sooner. That suspension again. I tell you what, be nice if this is 2-0. Nope, still 1-0. Yep, so let's try again. And there we have it. So we risked 25 quid to return £6. Just over 20%. Not bad. And in fact, let's use James's words. Boom, let's have it. So there's our first successful trade. No more games on for today now, so I will catch you tomorrow for the final day. Morning all, it's Sunday now, so let's follow the usual routine. Sheet, update, filter 1, filter 2, scrolly, filter 3 and filter 4. Okay, we have 3 games today, but as I've got work tomorrow and want to get some other bits done today, I'm going to only do the first 2. Let's see how we get on. So first game is in Estonia. Good, favourite again. So let's check the half-time markets. Draw odds are good enough to lay straight away. Over 0.5 is a little high to start, but we can drip in on the under 1.5 straight away too. So on this one, what I'm going to do is put both the Layla draw and the under 1.5 up together so you can see both. Hopefully we get a goal and you can see the differences. So BetAngel for under 1.5 using my trusty servant. His name is Hamish, but don't tell everyone. And there, click all my lays in. I'll just set up the screen so we can see what's going on. List there, that there, Pee-wee window here. Super. Right, James, do your magic. I'll see you once if something has happened. And there we have it, nothing. Oh well, this is trading and you can't win them all. So let's move on to the next one. Norway now, and stats are slightly better than last game, so I'll use the same again to try and give you that differences. We can see the Layla draw price is decent, so we shall have to wait a little to drip in on the under 1.5. Bet Angel up again and Hamish helping me out. I'm not sure why I am showing you the bookies odds, but hey, I'm going mad. Let's set Layla draws at 3, hopefully get matched. And James, fast forward me once again. Okay, bloody typical, nothing happened again. I recorded everything as I said I would, and we've got 2 losses. This is trading, so more than 1 loss a day does happen. I said I'd leave everything in, but actually, frustratingly, this is the first time I've had 2 losses in a day since about March. So I've been a fair while, but it will happen. What I will do, I'll do a follow-up video in September when the main seasons are back in Europe. However, 3 out of 5 of these selections did hit, and it was only my risk, my way of working, that prevented me getting 3 out of 5. So overall, not too sad. Again, if you want to learn more, come and join the Discord server or head over to the Academy website. Everyone is welcome, content is there and will always be free. Until next time, I have been Aaron, we are TTM, and together we are all trading the market. Happy trading.